Well, Indian aviation is facing turbulence yet again as low-cost airline Gofirst, earlier known as Go Air, has now filed for bankruptcy. Here's how things have panned out over the last 48 hours and what will happen next. On May 2nd, Gofirst announced cancellation of all flights for May 3rd and May 4th, citing severe funding crunch and fuel shortage. The airline grounded over 28 planes, which is more than half of its fleet. Later, the company then approached the NCLT, or the National Company Law Tribunal, and then filed for bankruptcy. Meanwhile, it all meant chaos for the flyers who had already booked flights with the airline, which were cancelled without any prior notice. And then the DGCA asked the company on a show cause notice as to why were these airlines cancelled without any prior notice, as it is not allowed as per rules. Social media was abuzz meanwhile, with fuming passengers talking about how customer care service did not answer calls and Gofirst counters at the airports had no staff to attend to flyers as well. Employees, however, of the low-cost Indian airline Gofirst have also been allegedly left stranded at several locations in India and abroad without any clarity on what really comes next. Gofirst has blamed Pratt & Whitney, the US-based jet engine supplier, for its failing engines and not complying with the orders on time for the financial crunch that the company is now facing. The airline claimed that the serial failure of Pratt & Whitney's engines has really set Gofirst back by 10,800 crores in lost revenues and additional expenses. Interestingly, it seems to be emerging as a tale of two billionaires, two defunct airlines, and one engine supplier. I will tell you how. Pratt & Whitney was also the engine supplier to another defunct airline in India, which was called Kingfisher Airlines, the airline that was led by fugitive and loan defaulter Vijay Mallya, who also in March of 2017 blamed Pratt & Whitney for Kingfisher Airlines' collapse due to their faulty engines. Pratt & Whitney, however, has now hit back at Gofirst, saying that the budget airline has a lengthy history of missing its financial obligations. These developments at Gofirst have come in at a time when the Indian aviation story has been buzzing with more travelers taking to the skies. Gofirst has been flying for more than 17 years, and this comes at a time when air traffic is on an upward trajectory. However, Gofirst is actually not the only airline to go out of business. Like we just talked about Kingfisher Airlines, India has had a long list of airlines, mostly the low-cost airlines, which have actually gone bust in the past. In fact, more than 15 airlines have shut down in India over the last 2 decades, and these include some of the large and the more popular ones like Indian Airlines, Jet Airways, Kingfisher Airlines, businessman Subrata Roy owned Air Sahara, the low-cost carriers such as Air Carnival and Air Pegasus, and regional focused airlines like Paramount Airways and Vayodut Airlines as well. The big questions now are with regards to the current airline in trouble. And these questions are, when will Gofirst fly again? Well, the company has stopped taking bookings till May 15. But there seems to be no clarity on what really lies ahead for the company, the flyers and the employees. So what about people who have really faced flight cancellations in these few days, May 3rd, May 4th and May 5th to be talking about? Well, the airline has promised full refund to all the customers, but we can only imagine a harrowing time that one will face in getting their money back from the airline now. Next question is, what really happens to the 5,000 employees of Gofirst now? Well, while the company has already told its employees that the carrier is doing everything possible to navigate the situation with utmost care and concern for all the staff, there can only be imaginations about whether their salaries will actually come on time, because in the past we've been hearing stories about their paychecks getting delayed, the reimbursements getting delayed as well. So what will happen now that the NCLT has really taken over in the interim? The next question is, what about the lenders? Indian banks who have actually loaned crores of funds to the airline for its operations. A Reuters report has suggested that the airline's total liabilities to all the creditors and lessors really stands at 11,463 crore rupees. All eyes will now be on the NCLT proceedings and how they continue and what resolution really comes out. The future, however, of Gofirst still remains in the dark for now.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo.